Welcome to the Fitasylum podcast. Today we're joined by Metcalfe Flex, Ella Metcalfe. You've been on the podcast before, so you may remember her. She's also done a workout with. She's garnered the name as Deck's biggest hater, is it? Yeah. Just because of her attitude.
Title now.
Yeah, title. But yeah, Ella has always been fantastic. She comes to Fitasylum's courses still to kind of help her education. She also bounces ideas off a lot of our coaches in the mentorship group. She is fantastic at networking. She networks with lots of other personal trainers, coaches, and she takes advice very well and usually implements that to the nth degree. So she really goes hard on it. So when I said, "Oh, you should get yourself a really good coach," she literally gone and got herself a really good coach.
Within 10 minutes as well.
Literally within 10 minutes. When I gave her work for her course, she did it within 10 minutes.
I did it before.
Yeah, you did it before. We were even due in on the day. So like the due date might have said like the 20th of Feb, and I give it her on the 20th of Jan. It was done by the 20th of Jan, the end of the day.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, this podcast is going to be a little bit of a catch up with Elle, see how she's getting on, see if she's still enjoying being a personal trainer. As I often discuss the statistics around personal trainers, 9 out of 10 don't make it in their first year. They've usually struggled so much that they've given up by this point. So it'll be really interesting to hear about Ella's journey. It's usually the hardest year as well, so it'll be really interesting to see her take on that. And then just kind of, she's also doing a strength and conditioning qual, level 4, and she's looking to compete this year. So just kind of get a little bit of an insight into Elle.
Big year.
Big year.
Big year.
Off podcast, right? I said to her, "Have you got any exciting plans this year?" "No, not really. I'm just going to compete and do an S&C qual." So I had to, change her perspective, didn't I, Elle?
A little bit.
If someone said to me, "My only goal this year is to compete or focus on competitions," that's a great goal. On the flip side of that, if someone said, "My only goal this year is to do my S&C qual and pass it and put all my time and effort into it," again, that's a great goal. It's a very worthy goal. The fact that you're doing both, you need to, give yourself a lot of plaudits.
I think it's because I've just got used to it.
That's good.
It's just kind of my everyday life. So.
You're a grafter.
Yeah.
So let's start right off the bat. Are you still loving being a personal trainer?
Yes.
Good.
Love it.
What do you love about it?
Just the people that you meet, and I'm not really like a people person, but I love all my clients. They're all absolutely class.
You love the coaches you work with?
I do.
Do you love the day-to-day people that you meet?
Most of them.
You work in a commercial gym in Manchester, it's not going to be all of them.
You're going to meet some oddballs, but it makes it interesting, so.
Very true. I actually miss lots of that sort of side of personal training, the interactions with people,
You do until you've got to
helping
do
people.
it, and then it...
No, I still miss it to this day. Like, I'm coaching again on a Monday, doing personal training, and I forgot how much I missed it.
Congrats.
I knew I was missing it. Yeah, I knew I was missing it because I still do the odd coaching here and there. I still do a lot of online coaching. I say a lot. I do a little bit of online coaching. I do a little bit of coaching classes when people need cover and stuff, just for friends and people in the industry I've met. But it's really nice going back on a Monday to PT, 2 or 3 clients, and I'm excited to see what we can do with them. Is personal training different to what you imagine? So you did the course literally, it would have started about a year ago today, from when we're recording this podcast, which is January.
What a year.
Yeah. And then you qualified March time. So you're a good 9 months in.
Yeah.
Is it everything you imagined? Is it different? How is it different, if so?
I don't know. I think you got us all very well prepared for it because it was very realistically laid out. It's not going to be easy. It's not a walk in the park at all.
I am extremely honest with the students.
Extremely honest about everything.
Right, yeah, I suppose so. But yeah, I like that you said that we prepared the students because I believe that's what sets us aside from other companies who provide personal training courses. One, we make sure that there's actual personal trainers who have spent many years in the industry teaching, and 2, we are trying to help students set up for the long term and medium term instead of just the short term.
Yeah, you got it.
Which is really important. Obviously, you're part of the mentorship as well, which hopefully helps. And when you say we helped you set up, is that down to the business plan? Is it down to doing the programming? What part of the course helped you set up, do you think?
I think, all of it, all the workshops that we had. I liked they were uploaded because I remember saying to you at the time I didn't watch them live because I have to watch them sped up.
Because you were busy. as well.
I just can't sit for that long and watch a video.
Fair enough.
So they helped because then I could take notes on it because you know that I like notes.
Yep.
And I've still got all those Word docs that I can go back to now if I need them.
Guys, this is right. Ella has undersold herself here. When you say notes, right, you're thinking just, jot that down, a little bit of a phrase or a thing. These are fully fledged documents that are longer than the assignments we asked Ella to do. They're like full pages and pages of notes, aren't they?
Tables.
With tables and graphs
I love a table.
and all sorts of rubbish. I asked her to send them me, and we actually give them to students now to help them, so it's very nice of her.
So I'm a published author is what I'm hearing.
So what else is different about being a personal trainer to kind of what you imagined it would have been like?
I think retaining clients is difficult because, like I said to you, I feel like I'm asking people for money.
Yeah.
It feels a bit bad, even though it is my job. So it's
Ella's one of these people, you're a coach, you love the coaching and personal training side of things, but the sales and marketing side of stuff you struggle with.
So bad at it.
Yeah.
So bad.
You're getting better.
I'm getting there. I just feel badass. I feel like a beg. I don't like it.
No, I know what you mean. Sometimes people feel guilty about selling their service.
Yeah.
Or product. And, I think the way I was taught is you just got to be so proud and believe in your product so much that, you're actually doing them a favour.
Yeah. I think it's partly still that imposter syndrome thing.
100%.
It's still there. It's gone down, but it's still...
It's definitely gone down.
Yeah.
The difference between you a year ago and you today is, we can't do it justice in this video, but yeah, it's absolutely huge, guys.
Thank you.
And that leads us nicely on to the next one. Have you developed as a coach and a person, and if so, how?
I hope so. I would definitely say I have.
So how have you developed as a coach first and foremost?
I think the way that I approach, like the way that my clients work as well as how I work, because I know like just from having my own coach, like the way that T programs and stuff like that is stuff that I'll start implementing to mine, because then it's different. That's like Norwegian method. I'd never heard of that until T made me do it.
I'd never heard of it until Tom told me about it.
So it is like learning from other people and learning how to implement that. I've grown a lot through that.
Do you know how Tom heard about that training protocol?
No idea.
From Tom at Winning Strength. So he heard about it from his coach. So that's how it usually comes about.
It's a generational thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's been passed down. But no, I'd read studies about it. But that's one of the big benefits, guys, about getting a coach is you can kind of look at how they program, and you can usually take some of those processes into your own
It's like I do
business.
as well. I'll still ask like you and T, like, what does this mean? What does that mean? How does this work? How does that work?
But Ella's getting to the stage where the questions she's asking are sometimes too difficult for us.
Are they?
Yeah. Well, what was the one you asked the other day? Can you remember?
Sarcoplasmic reticulum density.
Honestly, I remembered some of it though, didn't I?
Yeah.
That was quite useful.
It helps
So
with
we were
muscular
talking about
contraction,
hypertrophy and the long-term benefits of hypertrophy, because Ellie's doing a S&C qual at the moment, and she had a few biology and anatomy questions, so we kind of discussed it. But she actually, what score did you get on your exam?
27 out of 30.
27 out of 30, so 90%. So she absolutely smashed it.
That's so quick.
What?
That 90%, how did you do that so quick?
Maths is one of my skills. No, it's really easy though, isn't it? 27 out of 30.
I wanted to beat 94, but I'm 90, so.
Because you got 94 on your Fitasylum.
I'm a level 2 one.
Yeah.
I wanted to beat that, but it's fine. I beat my level 3 one, so I'll sit in the middle.
How have you developed as a person? I know we discussed it off pod. I gave you a very brief comment.
I think I'm a lot, like we said, I'm a lot more confident in what I do now.
Yep.
And I've got a lot more confidence in what I can do.
You're more resilient.
Coach. Yeah.
You don't take bad news as kind of harshly anymore.
No, it's definitely a New Year's resolution as well.
Yeah.
To just be kind of like...
I see a lot of PTs, if they have a client leave them, they're like, oh my God, it must be because I'm a terrible PT, when realistically, it's more than likely extrinsic factors, such as the client can't afford it, their situation's changed, they're moving house, they need to put that funds into something else, they're leaving the gym, it could be they got an injury, there's hundreds of reasons it probably is.
Still that moment where I'm like, oh my God, it's because of me, but then I'm like, let's sit down and rationalise it and actually walk it out. The client has said to me that it's because of money, so why would I think that it's my fault? Yeah,
100%. Going back, I've put, how does personal training differ to what you imagined it to be? Does that come back into that kind of question? Does it because you probably didn't imagine that people would leave, because a lot of people think when you get a client, that's it, you've got the client forever.
Yeah.
So,
I expect it in a way, because I know that when I've had personal trainers, I have eventually had to leave because of money.
Yeah.
But then being on the other side of it's different.
Yeah, which is nice. I mean, has that helped you develop your skills on retaining clients, do you think?
I think I'm getting that. I've got a few clients that have left and are now coming back.
Yeah, which is nice.
Which is good.
I was actually going to touch on that because one of the biggest things I learned as a PT was my mentor got me to talk about the offboarding process, which is not often talked about. So when a client leaves you, having a proper exit interview with them and then re-engaging with them once a month. How are you doing? How's your training?
Yeah, I've been doing that.
And that really helps you get the client back. So the fact you've got those clients back is probably down to your hard work
Even
of going
just
through
over
that.
Christmas, I just messaged all my old clients and just said Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Hope to see you more in the gym in the new year.
Those little things
like
are
that.
so big for clients.
Yeah.
Like that. It's kind of like a nice segue, but what have you learnt then in the last 9 months?
Just like in general about
PT.
It's very, very personal, and the personal part of personal training is a big part of it. It is a very 50-50 kind of thing. So you want the people that you're training to feel like they're important to you, and obviously they are. Like, I know with all my clients, they're all really great people and I love working with them, and it's important that they feel that and they see
Making them
that.
feel valued, I guess.
Yeah,
That makes complete sense.
because that's why they're paying you.
Literally, it's personal training.
Yeah, it's
you
like,
only get to see them.
I've
Might
had
only see them
clients
once
go
a
through
week.
like a rough time, and I've said, if you want to come in, do you want to just have a session where we can just talk for an hour and you can just get out whatever you need to get out?
You might change the session to make it their favourite session. Like their favourite exercises if needed.
Cybernetic programming.
Yeah, I suppose the benefits are not always not always physical. Sometimes they're psychological.
Same with your own training as well.
Yeah, well, that leads us nicely onto a lot of PTs don't train. Especially when they first start in the industry, because they find it difficult to work out in the same environment they work in. They also find it difficult to just find time to train, because I think when anything becomes your job, it then becomes tougher to make it your hobby and lifestyle as well. So how have you found that transition to loving training, to working in the industry, and then now obviously you still train quite well?
It wasn't too bad, because the gym and fitness has always definitely been my life. So this was just making it another part of my life. So it wasn't too big of a transition. I think only thing with training at work is that it can be quite hard to concentrate, because obviously you know everyone, you know all the PTs, you're always stopping to talk to people. But other than that, it's not been an issue. I'm very easily distracted as well. If I'm doing something that I don't want to do, I'm going to stop and chat.
I used to hate it when members used to come over all the time, like, Deck, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? How'd you do that? And when you're in the middle of your training session, which is your time, you're off shift, you just wanted to work out. So it is really difficult.
Never really off shift.
But are you training well?
Yes.
How's your training going in general?
It's going well. It's going really well.
You've obviously worked with Thomas Hume.
Yes. Big T.
Big T. I'd say little T.
Mr. T.
Mr. T is a better one as well. But what's his Instagram these days? HSPC or something?
TC_HSPS. Yeah, because I read it the first time, I thought it said SPS.
Ah, right, fair enough. It sounds like the bank, doesn't it? HSBC a little bit.
It does.
But yeah, you're training with Tom.
Yes.
And how long have you been training with Tom now? 6 months, 7 months?
Since October.
All right, so not that long. Not as long as I thought.
No.
And how are you finding having a coach?
Love it.
You love it. What do you love about it? The fact that you've got someone who you're accountable to?
Yeah. So there's that side of things. Because, I've never been one to skip a session. You know that.
No.
But now I have someone to answer to. So even if I have a bad session, I'm like, it's not an excuse for me to not go and not give it 100%, because this other person needs 100% from me. And we had this conversation off podcast. I've had this conversation with other students recently, and that's what made me think of this question. But would it be fair to say that when you joined the course, you were working out, and since then you're training? Yeah, so I had all my programs on MyFitnessPal. That's where I had them all, and I've still got them. So I went back and looked, and going back and looking at the work that you did from a year ago, it's a bit embarrassing.
Yeah, it is crazy, isn't it?
They're never going to see the light of day.
Would you say you're an athlete now? Or is it hard to say that?
I would like to say that, but I'm holding out for the title of powerlifter until I do my first comp, because I know that you can't say that until you've competed.
No.
So I hint at it, but my Instagram bio says wannabe powerlifter, so I'm being careful with it. But I'll get there this year.
So there is a big difference between working out and training. A lot of students come in and they're people who work out. And then the difference between training is obviously it's a structured program with a goal.
Yeah.
And obviously you've got that now.
Yeah.
And for me, I would always advocate a PT to get some sort of training plan. Usually off a different coach. And that could be for any goal. It doesn't have to be for powerlifting or a competition. It can be for any goal. And you could do the same with business.
Yeah.
Whether it be a mentor. Anything like that. There's a big difference between working out and training. And it's always an interesting topic to discuss. So guys, let us know in the comments, do you work out or do you train? At the moment, I'm very honest, I work out because I'm literally just going to the gym at the moment because I'm trying something different and I just want to see what it's like. And I'm actually going to learn skills from their coaches. I'm looking to go and learn skills about myself and just a different approach, but I know that that's my plan. And obviously my training will commence again from February. Because obviously I segment mine in different blocks for different reasons. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with either. Obviously, you want to spend most of your time training, but every now and then working out's fine if you just need to tick over.
It's a lot more fun to train as well.
Yeah, I think so. You see the benefits more, don't you?
Yeah, I like that I can go back on True Coach and see like the weights that I was doing in that first block on that first week and now where I am now.
And the progression.
Yeah. It can be quite easy to stagnate as well, so it's nice to see it.
Stagnate, that's a good one.
Thank you.
What does 2024 look like for Metcalfe Flex? And what are you looking forward to personally? What are you looking forward to with your business? What have you got planned? Tell us a little bit more.
I think competing is like my big one this year. That's the main aim. I've sent T a big list
of aims
of competitions that are in like up and down. I've said, here's the list, you look through, you tell me what you think. So that's the main thing, but then like the S&C qual and stuff like that to start moving forward in my career a little bit more.
So why did you want to do an S&C qual?
Because I know that, like I've spoke to you about this, I know that in the future I want to go into coaching.
Nice.
Like most specifically powerlifting, but I'm not being fussy at the minute because I can't really.
So athletes in general.
Yeah, but then I know that like I've got a lot more
competitive people.
Yeah, because I like like you said, the training side of it.
Yeah.
You want what you give to a program, you want to get back. So like I know that when I train with T, I put in like 110. So I love it when my clients then put in a load of effort.
So you're on about like if you write a program and you put 110% in, you getting that back is really important to you. I like that. That's a good way of looking at it. Why, your S&C qual, like why are you doing it now as opposed to another time? Because you've only just finished your course last year.
I get bored easy. So I was just like, and I do things on a whim. So I saw it and then signed up for it within like 5 minutes of finding the website.
Nice. How are you finding the qual?
It's good. I've got an in-person thing this weekend.
Nice.
So a lot of it's been online, which isn't my preferred way of learning.
No, you did the in-person course with us, didn't you?
Yeah, but then like I said, I've got networking side of things, so I can ask people like, what does this mean?
That'll really help, won't it?
Yeah. But that's like next 5 years, I know that I want to start moving in that direction. So if I start now, then the 5 years starts now. And
I like that.
Start in 5 years.
Where did this plan come from? Where did you start to think about planning?
From being coached.
Nice.
Just from seeing that and being like...
This is where my long-term, medium-term and short-term plans are.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good. Guys, let us know in the comments, what are you looking forward to in 2024? What are your goals? What are you looking forward to? Are you doing anything exciting? And then this leads me nicely on to the next bit is what future plans do you have and what are you looking forward to?
How far in the future are we talking?
Any. You tell me anything. Do you want to own your own gym? Do you want to do online coaching more? Are you?
I think so. I think I want to move into online because you get that reach for all different people.
Nice.
And I like that even though I'm online with T, it's still very personal. Like we have the trolls setting as our Instagram chat things, so you can't really do that with most other people.
No, I think that's because you two you develop a bond and a relationship, don't you, and you link together quite well. I think that's important. Find someone who you work well with is really important.
Because it makes it more worth it. Yeah.
It makes it fun.
You don't want to work with a coach that you don't like.
What else are you looking forward to and planning?
Just I think developing more in work and finding my footing a little bit more. So I think I definitely am, but I think I'm still having a few still trying to figure out where I want to be.
Which is fine, you're not even a year in yet.
No, I do tend to balloon, I do that.
In terms of planning for your future, what sort of gym would you have? What would it be? Where would it be? What does it look like? Or is that still very much in the infant stages of your thought process?
It's literally, like I said, I literally had a dream that I owned my own gym and I was like, that might be cool. But I think it would be I would definitely want one with powerlifting kit in it.
Nice.
You get a lot in Manchester, really, from what I've found.
No, probably not.
Proper,
I think that's the UK as a whole, though.
Yeah, but strongman gyms as well. I had to search for a yoke.
Yeah.
I found one in Oldham. You've got to really look.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, I just think that sport's not as prevalent at the moment, which is a shame.
I'll
Because
just
obviously
buy
my gym had
arena.
all them.
I'll put everything in it. With skylights, that's my main thing at the
With
minute.
skylights?
Yeah,
Okay.
just natural light. We don't get any of that in Printworks.
That's a great little segue, guys. Let us know, what would you have in your gym? Like, what would your priorities be?
Skylights.
What are your priorities? So skylights. What else? Give me 2 more.
Ooh, skylights. I don't know why, a good track for a sled.
Oh wow! Like at Total, where they'd have the running track.
Like for a sled. I mean, a running
Just a
track
sled
would be
one?
Cool. Yeah, because our sled at the minute's just on carpet because we're waiting on getting the gym done up properly.
Okay.
So pushing a sled on carpet is really, really difficult.
Why?
Because it keeps ripping the carpet up.
Oh right, yeah.
So a proper.
Because most of them are
track-
done on carpet, just obviously stuck down.
Yeah. Well, we have a track, but it's 8 meters, which is a very weird number.
Yeah,
to have
you
a
think
track
10
for.
or something.
15. So a
Alright.
15-meter track.
Okay. See, they're 2 of the keys. What's the other one?
Good protein bars. The
Good.
grenade ones.
Which ones? Go on. What's the
Oreo
top
ones.
3 grenade
Oh,
ones?
top 3. Oreo, cookie dough, and the salted caramel one.
Really? Like, I would go white chocolate Oreo,
No.
normal Oreo,
No.
and then there's like this chocolate after 8 mint one
Oh, no, I don't
from
like that.
Grenade.
No, you can't beat the cookie dough one.
Guys, what are your favourite Grenade protein bars? Or just protein bars in general, what are your faves? And then what would you like to see in the future? Like, what would you like to see in terms of the industry? What would you like to see in terms of yourself? What would like a vision board, I guess,
Ooh.
of the future look like? Would you be successful? Would you have
I mean, I hope so.
a nice house, nice car, your own gym? What does it look like?
Move out is the first one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
But cost of living crisis. So I'm clawing my way up.
Nice.
Saving everything apart from that money I spent last night that I told you about on
Yeah.
lifting gear. Yeah, just, I don't know.
And
just
whoop bands.
Yeah, but that was so worth it.
Really?
That was so worth it.
Let us know, guys. Are you a Whoop wearer?
Love my Whoop. Like, I check it every morning when I wake up.
Oh, that sounds
Every
healthy.
single morning. I think just being happy is the
Happy.
main thing. Just happy with where I am and not sad that I'm not somewhere else.
What does happiness mean, though? Like, what would
Stability.
quantify it as happy?
Just stability.
Stability?
Yeah.
Okay, that's an awesome
Like,
one.
I know what I'm doing. People like what I'm doing. I like what I'm doing. And I have a dog.
And every Friday in the mentorship group, we do a weekly win, which leads quite nicely
Yeah.
onto that. What was your weekly win this week?
Well, it's Tuesday, so I've not done one this week.
No, for last week.
But
sorry.
last week, it was my deadlift PR
And your exam.
and my exam.
Okay.
But the deadlift PR.
Which one meant more?
The deadlift PR.
Go on, what did you get?
I got 100 for 6.
106 is pretty
Yeah.
decent.
Well, I told T, I was like, I think I'm in a plateau, and he just said, no, you're not. So that conversation ended there, and I wasn't. So he was right.
It's annoying that, isn't it? Did he say I inform you thusly?
No, that's your thing.
Yeah, no, but I was just wondering in
No,
case.
I'm not giving him that. He's got enough.
But fair enough.
What was your weekly win?
My weekly win last week was we got back to, I'd been off the week before playing golf in Marbella
Oh, yeah?
and Malaga. So it was just to get back to a really productive week of work. I was excited for this week, so obviously we've got the podcasts. So if you're listening to this one, go and check out our 2 that we did with Strong Media. Elle came in halfway through recording them.
I wasn't too loud, was I?
No, you were perfect.
Okay, good.
How did you find them?
Really interesting. Like I said, they seemed really nice.
They were a
I didn't get
lovely
to talk
couple,
to them,
weren't
but
they?
they seemed really lovely.
They were
Seemed very
fantastic.
willing to help, which you don't get a lot.
No, exactly. Yeah, he didn't. His wife did mention that he's
Yeah.
obviously he's frivolous with his knowledge, which
You've
is
gotta
lovely.
be.
Guys, let us know as well. We've changed the setup of the podcast for 2024. We've gone with the handheld mics. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about the setup. If you're listening to this on Apple or Spotify or wherever you're listening to, please leave us a review.
The protein, the peanut butter ones.
No,
Grenade bars.
no, you're wrong.
I'm
You're
not wrong.
Let us know what your favourite protein bar is. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. Ellie, did you enjoy this podcast?
I did. My hands are very sweaty from holding this, but
Really? So
yeah.
is that a negative for you?
I don't think so because
No.
I like holding it. I feel like I'm on Sky Sports or something.
Yes, guys. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for
all the
having
best
me.
for 2024, and we will catch up with Elle at some point.
Oh, I get where water wouldn't. I'll be back.
Yeah, and also we will do another workout with, and she'll enjoy this workout because we'll do one that has been programmed by Tom.
Promise.
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 Okay, promise. We pinky promise.
I'm
that
not
we'll
doing
do it.
cardio again. You told me no cardio when you put me on an assault bike.
It was a slight.
It was a lie. It
exaggeration
was
of the truth.
defamation. It was a lie.
And if you haven't watched that workout with, guys, go and check it out. And if you would like any kind of guests on or any specific type of content, get in the comments below. Let us know what content you would love to see.
No cardio.
Thank you very much, guys. We could do like mic drops with these.
Shall we?
No, because it'll break them.
It won't break. It's going on the table. Can I do it?
No.
Can I control it?
Yeah.